Director and my fellow classmates. Today, I am Kavya Murthy.
My name is Aikal.
My name is Muhammad Ali.
Today, me and my teammates are here to give you some knowledge about electricity industry in Malaysia and the market structure of the industry, which is monopoly. Before I jump into what electricity in Malaysia, I would like to talk about what is electricity. Electricity is a form of energy generated by movement of electricity charges, particularly electron, which electron flow through the conductor in such as wire. They produce electric current, the transfer energy from one to another. This energy is essential for operating electrical and electronic devices, including lighting system, household application, and industrial machine and communication technologies such as phone and laptop. Electricity plays a vital role in modern society by supporting economic activities, technology development, and daily human needs. Now, I would like to talk about background of electricity industry in Malaysia. Electricity industry is expanded rapidly during 1970s through industrial period. This section expanded along national development, politics, and promote manufacturing, infrastructuring, and foreign investment. Today, the industry includes power generation, transmission, distribution, and production of electric and electronic products such as phone, wire, and laptop. The country's main utility power, which is Tenaga Berhad Malaysia (TNB), is playing major role in supplying and managing electricity across Malaysia. In recent years, the industry has also focused on renewable energy development, energy efficient and smart grid technology to support sustainable growth and meet the increasing energy demand. Now, I would like to call my friend to continue my presentation.
Now I will go on to market structure. First of all, there's several types of market structure. There's a perfect competition, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, and monopoly. As Kavya just said, the market structure for the electricity industry is monopoly. Electricity is naturally monopoly due to a very high infrastructure cost. Not just building technology or just generating the electricity, but gaining the trust of the customer is quite hard to gain. Since there is already a industry that already been there longer than you. Then the building power plants and transmission network is extremely expensive. Nowadays, technology is not really just a low-cost technology. Since they are driving more demand, they are driving more power, so the technology is keep going. Then one large provider is more efficient than multiple competing firms. Since in Malaysia we are not such a big country, one singular firm is already enough with TNB, Tenaga Nasional Berhad. Then government also regulate prices and quality to protect consumers. Since the demands of electricity keeps growing, they need to maintain the price so everyone can use it and gain the services. Now, we will go on the characteristic of number of firms. There are few firms that dominate market since there is very high barriers to entry limit to the new competitors. Some countries such as India, USA, or China, they do have several types of firm of electricity company. Since they are such a large company, their company of electricity can generate much more power due to their nuclear reactor. But we in Malaysia, we do not have that. Then the transmission and distribution. There is only one main firm per region or country. Like Malaysia, ours is TNB. Then the type of product. Electric company have homogeneous product. Electricity is a standardized product, no product differentiation. Electricity from the different firm is same. It just generate power to generate electricity for our daily use. Then there is essential services, basic necessity for household, business and industry. Every industry, every household or every building, they need to have electricity power. Since the technologies nowadays are demanding on them. Then derive demand. Demand depends on economic activity, population and industrial users. This nowadays industrial users for factory, building or just printing a company, they need and they really require electricity to keep going. Now I will pass it to Larry.
Okay, let me continue with various query. Malaysia electricity market is characterized by a very high barriers to entry. This means that it is extremely difficult for a new firm to enter and compete in this market. The construction of power plants, transmission, networks, substation and distribution system requires billions of ringgit. These are considered high fixed costs which discourage potential new entrants. In addition, the industry is dominated by Tenaga Nasional Berhad or TNB. TNB controls a significant portions of electricity generations, transmission and distribution infrastructure in Peninsular Malaysia. Because existing infrastructure is already controlled by an established firm, competition becomes highly limited. Furthermore, strict government regulation and licensing requirements must be fulfilled before operating in these industries. The legal and regulatory barriers further restrict new firms from entering the market. Therefore, the electricity industry clearly demonstrates strong barriers to entry, which is one of the key characteristics of a natural monopoly. Next, I will discuss pricing power. In a typical monopoly, firms possess significant pricing power. However, in Malaysia, electricity industry pricing power is regulated by the government. Although TNB is a dominant firm, although TNB is the dominant firms, electricity tariff are determined and approved by a regulatory authorities. This means that pricing decisions are not solely based on demand and supply conditions. The government intervenes to ensure that the electricity remains affordable and accessible to the public. This is because electricity is an essential service that directly affects households and businesses. Therefore, while the industry has monopoly characteristic, pricing is controlled to protect public interest and maintain economic stability. So for the conclusion, Malaysia electricity industry can be classified as natural monopoly. This classification is supported by several key characteristics. First, the industry is supported by the industry involves high fixed costs and large-scale infrastructure requirements. Second, there are strong barriers to entry that limit the new competitors. Third, electricity is homogeneous product with no significant differentiation. Finally, although the dominant from possessors regulation ensures affordability and market stability. Based on these factors, it is clear that Malaysia electricity industry reflects the fundamental features of a natural monopoly. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Questions?
Okay, two questions from the floor.
What's up, man?